Happy New Year. And anybody who missed a birthday for the second half of December. So as usual, let me say a pleasant good morning to all the listeners of 103.1 FM. Always a pleasure to be in your company. Happy 2024. And, as we always say, the beginning of the year is always a good time for people as regards to health, or persons or individuals as regards to health, because that's the beginning of the year. Christmas just finished. Those of you who may participate in Carnival, well, then any kind of health changes would most likely be after Carnival, unless you're looking at weight loss options and that type of thing. So, Batson and Associates are always providing reputable, effective products that assist, in various health challenges. Of course, we have that detox that we usually carry at Batson Associates. And, a lot of persons focus on detoxing, especially after the Christmas season, because of what you would have eaten and that type of thing, so that is available there. One or two little challenges as regards to uh, having that Santulan here, but of course we're expecting that very, very shortly. We ran out just earlier this week. But of course, we have our greens there, our advanced chlorophyll, which is a great product as it relates to helping with some aspect of cleansing, detoxifying, and to really assist individual in that type of what they're actually looking for there. So, feel free, of course, to give us a call or visit that special that we run with our live blood analysis, dry blood analysis, magnetic resonance analysis scan. That as well is also a eye opener for a lot of individuals. So you may fall in different categories. You might be someone, for example, who has various issues. It might be considered complicated, and a lot of people who I have heard refer to themselves as complicated, usually believe that, there's no help for them. That is not the case. Interestingly, we had a client up to yesterday. Before I continue that, though, let me just go over to Karen, who would actually give you the telephone numbers and our contacts where you could actually now WhatsApp us if you have any questions.
Yes, so listeners, if you would like to ask Dr. Batson his advice on anything, you can text us on 299 for 103. So there's already a question. What are your thoughts on wheatgrass?
Oh, I mean, excellent product. We do carry that at Batson and Associates. Specific brand, of course, as it relates to the root and the grass, because that's where you actually get maximum benefit. Anti-cancer, helps with inflammatory response, very good for the gut. We always couple that with there's a product we carry at Batson and Associates called Nerve Restore, and one called Digestive Restore, and we normally put those two with that to really assist individuals in attaining proper gut health, cardiovascular function as well. It also helps dealing with any free radical damage in the body. One of the things I was going to say is, actually yesterday we had a client, to tell you how effective our treatment protocols are. This person came to us with a stage 3A kidney. Now, what they actually do in this particular situation is allow persons to know the level that the kidney at. So you have 1, you have 2, you have 3. The higher you go, the worse it gets. You have 3A, 3B, 4, and 5. So usually when you reach 5 and 4, they usually category. Well, in most cases, in Trinidad and Tobago, they tell you you're doomed from the get-go, because it is most persons believe that the body cannot correct certain things. They tell you if you have a kidney problem and the kidney is not functioning properly, you have to go on dialysis, and that's not the case. I know yesterday was a perfect example, where we had a client who came to us. They did an EGFR. They were actually in stage 3A kidney, where so they were going down, they were getting worse, and they already started to tell them, you prepare yourself for dialysis later on in life because this cannot be corrected, whatever the case may be. So they came to us and we made some recommendations over a 3-month period, and then of course we sent them back to do the test. And this time the EGFR came back as 61, so it went up. Now, that is considered impossible. It is considered a number of things by person. Basically, a lot of people say that that cannot happen. And that is not the first time, it's not the second, it's not the third, it's not the 100th time that we have had an experience like that. And this is with a 75-year-old individual. Look at the age of the person. And we went from 52 to 61, which carries them up now to stage 2. And God's willing, once they continue to do what they need to do and make the necessary adjustment, they could actually go up to 1, which shows a much better functioning and effective kidney. So, those of you listening, all the listeners of 103.1, I always tell persons this radio station, the listeners are very nice persons. They come, they ask the questions, they always make reference to certain things, So feel free to give us a call or visit that special that we actually have with our blood analysis, that entire package. Because you see, the analysis is one thing, the treatment protocol and the experience is what makes the difference, significant difference. So those telephone numbers, again, you could give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And we have persons standing by. You could take your calls to actually book those appointments for you. Karen, we have a question?
Yeah, so this is from a parent regarding a child who has eczema. And she's asking if it's safe to use aloe. So what causes eczema in children?
Did she say the age of the child?
9. 9-year-old girl.
Okay, good. Yes, you can correct certain things as it relates to eczema. Eczema primarily has a lot to do with not your skin, but your organs of elimination. And, again, we have treatment protocols that will actually address that. The youngest eczema patient that I've ever had was a 3-month-old baby. Yeah, that's to tell you how you could actually have babies with eczema, and they have actually gotten excellent results. So that means that there is a number of imbalances in the body. So what I would strongly recommend is that you come in at least for a consultation so we could get more information, because there's a child we're dealing with 9 years. They most likely would have been given some sort of steroid protocol before. I don't know. So those are things that we'll have to take into consideration. So definitely we have to do our live blood analysis or magnetic resonance analysis scan and that consultation to really give you a better, the blood analysis, because at the age of 9, they can't do the MRA scan. That's persons 12 years and older. So it would be just the live blood and the dry blood and the consultation. And I'm sure we'll be able to significantly assist you in that situation. Next question.
Another question, what can we use for kidney stone?
Well, it depends. Kidney, the thing is, because, and it depends because you have different types of stones, right? You actually have calcium stones, magnesium stones, uric acid stones, and combination stones. Those are general. You have others, but they don't really categorize those. So primarily 4. And what you find, depending on your situation, because there are some persons who have problems with calcium because of hormonal imbalance. So your body actually sheds a lot of calcium from your bones. And what the body does now is find places to store this calcium. The kidney will pass in that as well. So it's a matter of, again, evaluating the hormonal aspect. Because remember, excuse me, with integrative medicine, it's not a matter of plaster for sore, but really determining the root cause of the problem and working with that so that in the long run, the client is healthier overall. I think that's what people want. You don't want to end up with diabetes, then 2 years after you have hypertension, then 4 years after that you have cardiovascular problem, then the next thing is a dialysis machine. I mean, something that'll kill you, but it's the suffering, that I just find unnecessary. So again, feel free to give us a call or visit. Keep in mind those locations. This year, Dede is actually going to get more of us and me. Notice I say us. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our dedicated, hardworking consultants and all the staff at Batson and Associates. Bringing in 2024. We are here to serve you. We are here to assist you from moving from bad health, poor health, to better health, excellent health. So, as I always tell persons, I'm not in the argument. You either want help or you don't want help. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. We have a question?
Can stage 4 lung cancer be treated?
Yeah, man. Yeah. The thing is, and I say yeah, man, in the sense that when you really understand what cancer is and what constitutes cancer, cancer is simply your body in utter and total disarray. Disarray in the sense that the body is now not able to, okay, think about your house. You're living in a house. Okay, Christmas just went. So you know what I'm talking about. You know, there are some persons before Christmas, maybe a month, 2 months before Christmas, you can't live in the house with them. They have to live there by themselves because they turn everything upside down. They bring down curtain, they move this, they take off wares out of cupboard. The whole place confused. My point is, you cannot function in an environment like that for long. You agree? unless you have some sort of mental challenge. Believe me, you would have to have a challenge to be able to function in that amount of mess. And it's the same applies to the body. When you have your gastrointestinal system out of balance, your endocrine system, which is your glands, so your thyroid, your parathyroid, your pituitary out of balance. When you have your metabolic system out of balance, you're now in a situation where you have so many things going wrong that the body just constantly has to try to fix and fix and fix and fix. But the thing is, the body's not getting what it needs to correct the situation. So look, for example, I'll give you an example, antibiotics, which is recommended. The World Health Organization had many concerns about over recommendation of antibiotics. They have spoken about it on numerous occasions. I was reading an article up to last week about something that they posted on that, because the amount of overuse of antibiotics have now put us in a situation where a lot of pathogens, bacteria, is now resistant to the antibiotics. So it means that a lot of things people have, they're giving antibiotics and it's not working. That's not a good thing. Because the thing is, again, you have to deal with it from the root cause of the problem. So when you're dealing with diabetes, you're dealing with, so with cancer especially, your immune system is significantly compromised. Significantly. So it's the answer, yes, as I said, but you have to understand that cancer is not just cancer as people look at cancer. A lot of people don't understand cancer, including oncologists, because of what cancer really is in the body. Significant oxidative stress, high amounts of inflammatory response. Remember, your body's objective is always to do what? Maintain balance, homeostasis, equilibrium. If you are ill, if you have a problem, it is because you either have too much of something or you have too little. And it is Batson and Associates' job, especially via that blood analysis and the testing protocols that we do, to determine where your problem lies. Imagine somebody with an ESR 52 and they're now 61 people. And when the nephrologist told them that that is impossible, that could never happen, but it happened. Okay, so again, those telephone numbers quickly: 222-8261. That's 222-8261. You can actually use that number to get access to all the other numbers. 222-8261. Question?
Mhm. Yeah. So this is from a 67-year-old female with asthma issues. She says at night she experiences pain on the left leg, but that's at night. But when she wakes up in the morning, she doesn't have that pain. So she's asking what can cause that and what can be done.
Again, pain could be caused by a number of things. Pain is an indication in the body that something is wrong, and that's primarily governed by your autonomic nervous system, right? The thing is, it could be an injury, it could be some form of arthritis, but I don't want to say without further evaluation. So in a case like that, you're definitely looking at some sort of excuse me, consultation. You have some sort of inflammatory response acid is there. I mean, as it relates to products that we carry at Batson and Associates, inflammation formula is a very good product that is actually designed to reduce inflammation in the body. And inflammation is one of the things that contributes to pain, right? But I would strongly recommend, apart from that, actually coming in and at least do a consultation, get yourself checked up. That kind of thing. We actually have some specials that we're running as the beginning of the year, and that's something you will see later on in our social media. Keep in mind, of course, we are live on those platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. Good. Right. So we are live on all of those. Yeah, I haven't said this in a little while. So I'm a bit not necessarily outer routine, but outer routine.
Okay, so here's another question for you. My mother is 70 years old. She has kidney problems. There's no swelling of the feet or anything, but just irregular bowel movements. So 2 days she will go off, and then another 2 days she'll be constipated. She's also diabetic.
Yeah. My best advice: make an appointment. Honestly, because with those amount of things that you're dealing with, again, analysis is needed. What I would suggest, you could reach out to any one of the offices and at least have the consultation done. Ideally, the entire aspect with the blood analysis, the scan, because you see, the thing is, when you're dealing with kidney problems quickly, The kidney is one of the most unforgiving organs in the body, and that's why I am always elated when clients come to us with kidney problems and they get really good results, because it is a lot of work. I mean, from the aspect of anatomy and physiology where integrative medicine is concerned, it is much easier to fix a heart, you know. I mean, you bring somebody with a bad heart first, you have problems, even sleeping problems, not that hard to fix. But when you're dealing with a kidney, it requires a number of things, because your kidney is now sensitive to potassium, and most foods have potassium in it. So there is a lot of challenges in doing the protocol, but we always, I mean, based on experience and whatnot, be able to put it together that clients get the results that they have. I had a client who actually moved from a stage 4 kidney, excuse me, to stage 2 over a 1 year period. So the thing is, it is possible. Keep in mind, some discipline is needed, some aspect of putting particular things into the body, because your body behaves in a particular way that once you give it sufficient information, which nutrition is information, people don't know that, Food is information for your body. So once your body gets sufficient information, it is now able to make the necessary changes. So, I tell persons, it's a new year. If you're fed up of the pain, you're fed up getting sick, you're fed up of those things, feel free to give Batson and Associates a call or visit.
Okay. Right. So we have another question for you. What can be done for jaundice? This person is experiencing vomiting every morning.
Okay, well, remember, jaundice, we know, of course, is a situation with your liver. It's also a situation with gastrointestinal as well, because of when you deal with bile and those type of things. So again, I mean, Santulan is actually a very good product for that. Advanced chlorophyll is a good product. Inflammation formula will also help for that as well. What I'm saying, if you experiencing this for a while, then I would go the option of actually calling in and at least have a consultation done. If you have done blood tests, and that applies to everyone, you did blood tests, you did CT scans, you did MRIs, you did x-rays, bring those along as well, because it makes the process even better as regards to you understanding what you're dealing with, and most importantly, being able to see for yourself tangible information, tangible results, where you could actually now gauge yourself as seeing improvement as the protocol continues. Okay, so that's very important. That telephone number again, 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Our WhatsApp is 314-9975. That is 314-9975. Any more questions? What is it?
No questions at this time, but if you do have a question for Dr. Batson, we just have a few more minutes. Oh, we just have about 2 more minutes, left.
Yes.
All right, so you could just text us on 299-4103.
Good. So, keep in mind, again, those telephone numbers and locations. We are located in Shogunas. That is 222-8261, 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. And St. James, of course, is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. Yes.
What do we use if we don't have Santulan?
Oh God, what I'll say, no comment. Use alkagen water, advanced chlorophyll, and that advanced green formula that we have. We're gonna have to use that in the meantime. But of course, Santulan is closer than we think. Just waiting some clearing, and we'll have you guys sorted out. So, as usual, it's always a pleasure. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Consultant at Batson and Associates, where our job is to take care of you, okay? So, again, those telephone numbers, 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And, of course, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Always a pleasure to the listeners of 103.1 FM. So tune in next week, where we will actually be discussing, next week's program, we will be discussing thyroid health. So you all can actually, tune into that and, get some information. Take care and God bless.
Thank you very much. Senior Consultant Dr. Jason Batson on 103.1 FM. This segment came your way courtesy Batson and Associates.
That was a paid program. The views expressed within were not those of 103.1 FM.
Good. A pleasant good morning. Again, let me say a pleasant good morning to all our social media listeners. And let me say a happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Make sure and take very good care of your health. And of course, that is what we at Batson Associates specialize in, so that you could have a more productive 2024. We know our health significantly affects our wealth, right? Or our ability to do anything. Good. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Kathleen Ishmael, Miss Dawn Ellis, my dear. Thank you so very much for messaging me. I know, and all the other messages that I got as regards to you guys missing me. But I have some urgent business to take care of, as you know, continuing to improve in what we do. And of course, we always have some challenges in life, as you go along, that type of thing. But, 2024, a better year, a more productive year, a year of, blessing. So give yourself the gift of good health, or give someone the gift of good health. As I said, we will have some specials coming. Keep in mind that special that we have with our blood analysis, our magnetic resonance analysis, that entire executive package, where you actually, and let me tell you something quickly, regardless of what test you do, MRI, CT scans, I've seen it over and over. When we do a blood analysis on you, a trained, consultant like myself, or the ones that work at Batson Associates. Because my job now is primarily just review and consulting. You really get information, tangible information, so that you could now get tangible, seeable, for want of a better expression, results as regards to your health. You have a problem sleeping? We'll help you sleep better. You have a problem with diabetes, you have elevated blood sugar levels, we'll help you with that. We're helping you with anything, The question is, are you willing to do the work? Because it has some work in there, right? Miss Shirley Dorset, good day to you, my dear. Miss Alberta Francis, Gail, Natalie Calendar, pleasant good morning to you. Miss Angela Barrows, Miss Shanti Ramroop, good morning to you. Miss Joanne Hospitalis. She mentions that she has an issue with digestive system is out of whack. Remember, Christmas just gone, so a lot of people digestive system out of whack. I am not usually, I partook of things that I don't usually interfere with, but it's just take a little while to do something. But I am currently, doing my necessary cleanse and that kind of thing. Santulan we'll have in stock quite shortly for you guys, so do bear with us. Miss Jennifer Mohammed, Miss Anissa Rahman, Miss Josie Smith, and Miss Anissa Rahman. Happy New Year to all of you. Rahman asked, when is our next seminar? That is something that we'll be making sure that we let you guys know and give you the necessary information. So before I go, keep in mind, of course, our upcoming program, which is on djmamunradiott.com. That program starts at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. Correct, Shakil? So you can join us there. That's djmamunradiott.com, and we'll be streaming on all our social media platforms. So, tell a friend, tell somebody, who may have some health challenges. I spoke to someone recently, and this person said, a little too late, in the sense that they now heard about us, and when they, they think it's a little too late. I told them, they're already on the dialysis. If they had come to us before, we would have been able to definitely, render some assistance where they would not have reached that stage, but they're already on dialysis for like about a year and a half. So, we evaluating the situation. The good thing about it, they feel better now in terms of their energy. They're no longer as tired. The blood pressure is not as high. They find that they have, better urine, because they're still urinating, and now they find the flow is better. The blood sugar levels are much more regulated. The doctors actually had stopped some of the medication because of how well the blood pressure and the sugar is reading. Right, so we can help in those areas. But as I said, had they come before, we might have been able to help them to correct that EGFR. Okay, guys, so as usual, our social media, Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. So at 2, djmamunradiott.com. Yours truly, Dr. Jason Batson. Those telephone numbers again, 222-826. 8261 3149975. Dave is the corner of Ramsey Mood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Dave. That telephone number again for Dave is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number for St. James, 220-8113. And Tobago, of course, the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. God bless, guys. And those of you who can join us at 2, join us at 2. Remember, like us, share us, tag a friend. Take care. God bless.